Well, welcome back. Local on 2 is focusing on living a happier and more fulfilling life in 2025. And for some, that means redefining their relationship with alcohol.
Yes, dry January is a pretty common resolution at the beginning of the year. Today, we are here with Patrick with Promises Behavioral Health. Welcome back, friend. I'm so happy to have you here. We've got to talk about why dry January is so popular and really the untold benefit that comes along with it.
Well, so I'm excited to talk about this because I don't feel like, you said it, it's untold. People are talking about constantly the benefits for general public receiving, better sleep, the list goes on. The untold side is I like to use the metaphor of it's like a strainer. So your run-of-the-mill people are going through the strainer and they get the benefits that they need. The strainer catches the individuals who have difficulty succeeding with the goal, whatever the goal is. If it's 15 days, if it's the full month, whether it is dry January or I'm going to stop using drugs January or I'm going to actually start going to therapy, whatever it is relating to your betterment and your mental health, failure is not a thing of shame like someone might think. It's actually information to provide guidance on what needs to happen next.
Mm-hmm. What if someone needs more than just dry January? What would you recommend?
So there's tons of options. If you are, wanting to go on the lighter side, go to, Google a 12-step community and go to a meeting. I think that when we fail at something like, during January, I think it's easier for people that would never otherwise take the opportunity to set the goal, try to achieve it, because the whole world's doing it. So it's a joint effort. But when that failure happens, there's I think something bigger at stake, bigger at play. So a lot of times people need more help, like treatment. And if that's the case, to reach out and ask for it.
And there is no shame in doing that. We are cheering you on in whatever steps you are taking in order to get sober. In fact, you were on that journey yourself.
Yeah.
He is the host of Rooted Recovery. It's a podcast, and he's having these fabulous conversations with people who have overcome a lot in their lives. So I want to know, what did you learn about yourself in your sobriety journey?
As I was reflecting on that this morning, I think the biggest thing that popped out to me is that, once you remove the substance, for me, that was just the medicating behavior for underlying discomfort.
Interesting.
I had trauma and dysregulated emotions that I didn't know how to deal with. So the truth is, we actually all have a toolkit for modulating or modifying our discomfort, and many people like myself just tend to lean towards one thing and then go way too far with it. So the solution or the answer to what you're talking about for me is that it never ends. That was taken away, the alcohol and the drugs. But my journey of self-discovery on areas that I can heal, and identifying, maybe behaviors that aren't serving me well, and finding alternatives is a never-ending process. And for me, it's actually really exciting because the result is so beautiful.
You mentioned with dry January, it's a community kind of team effort. So you get that support. How can those of us around our friends that may be sober, how can we support them?
Yes, so, I think that the intuitive thing when you have someone that you love is to feel like you need to do whatever to control, and meaning like there's got to be an answer because I see the problem and I want to help fix it. So what do I do? And I would say the bigger answer is, what do you need to not do? Okay, because you didn't cause it, you can't control it, and you can't fix it. But identifying the areas where we are actually unhealthfully enabling someone is, I think, step number one. Simply put, what is enabling? It's a behavior, it's any behavior that contributes to an individual continuing down a path of self-destruction that harms themselves or others despite obvious consequences that it's unhealthy and harming them. That can look anything from buying alcohol or paying their rent so they have a warm place to stay.
Enabling.
It can be really hard to take away something that seems so innocent as money for food, because that, when we do that, whatever other money they may have is going to the stuff that you don't want to support.
But you are a testament to growth on the other side, life on the other side. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, everyone. Above is admissions. It's an admissions number for anyone needing help. Please, you can call that number. Also, get more information, or you can even follow and connect with Rooted Recoveries at rootedrecoverystories.com.